Hey there, communication folks. This is Mrs. Rogers here in my backyard. Um, and I'm looking ahead to getting us started on our second quarter in communications. So, just a few observations. You are a teenager. Okay. As a teenager, being to do things on your own, freely, independently, helps you thrive, right? To be healthy and happy, you need to have a healthy feeling of control over your life. This is a fact. Okay, so you need to be able to make your own choices. It's just a part of where you are in your life. You have to do it. Why am I saying these things? Because we're moving into a unit on journalism. And journalism is about information and choices. Okay? Making choices involves information. In this next academic quarter, we'll be envisioning some public source of information for Smarts Mill. Okay, it could be a blog or a vlog or a podcast or a newspaper. In any case, it needs to provide you and your schoolmates with information, useful information. That is information that helps you make choices. Choices about what to do in situations, but also choices about who you think you are, who your classmates, your schoolmates feel they are, and what people think about them, what they think about themselves. So we, communications class, are the collectors of that information, and that makes us journalists. Let's go back to the topic of control and choices. Let's assume for a moment that you are a member of the group about whom you are writing. So you're a journalist, but you're also a person who would be reported on. You're a member of that group. Think about this. What do you have control over in your day-to-day life? What do you want to have control over in your day-to-day life? Um, so as a first step this quarter, as a part of this virtual day, okay, let's answer each of these questions in a discussion post in Schoology. You'll find a link to that. Actually, you're already in the discussion post if you're watching this video. I want you to write as many things as you can in a reasonable amount of time. Don't take hours. Take 15 minutes maybe. And this is a brainstorming activity. So as much as you can, write down what do you have control over in your day-to-day life, and what do you wish that you could make decisions about that you can't? What important decisions are made about you, about which you wish you had more voice? Try to keep things school related, but outside topics are okay too. Okay. If you don't know what to write, think about these things. Do you control where and how you move about your school or school? Do you control where you eat lunch and with whom? Do you control your schedule, your activities, your friends, when you get together with your friends? What influences your likes and dislikes generally? Do you decide about your screen time, your use of your phone? Do you have a phone? Okay. Do you choose your study times? Do you complete your homework alone or do you get help? Are you solely responsible for studying for tests or do you get help with that? Do you control how you study? Do you feel like you control your grades? And a few more things. Do you have any income or rewards at home? Or do you have other kinds of responsibilities that affect how you spend your time? Okay. Who or what influences how you look? Do you pick out your clothes each morning? Do you pick out the clothes when they're bought or otherwise given to you? Do you control your looks, your hair, your personal care products? Do you control what shows you watch, what books you read, what games you play, what movies you see? Do you control your image in terms of how people see you? When people see you, do they think things about you based on stereotypes, or do they really see or kind of get to know who you are? Do you feel like you have to work against some preconceived idea they have? Okay. Um, the things that we want to pay attention to in all of this. I mean, you could write so many things about like influences on your life and things that you control and things that people control for you. The things that we want to pay attention to are the things that you and many of your peers have in common. Okay, these are the things that we're going to report on. These are the things that are going to go into our newspaper or vlog or blog or whatever it's going to be. These are the things that people are going to want to know about. Okay. All right. Now, why am I sitting here in my garden in my backyard filming this video? Well, it's a nice day, but also, speaking of information, you see this fellow here? That is a canna lily, or it was a canna lily. If I had had information about this plant, it might still be alive today. Do you know what happened to it? Yeah, it got frosted. Okay, so I have this garden here, and as a gardener, I should be collecting information about the weather, and I should know when it's going to frost, or at least should know more about the kind of plants I plant, and maybe that this tropical plant might not do so well if the temperature goes below zero, right? So I know what information would have been useful for me in this situation. What information is going to be useful for you and your classmates and your schoolmates? What do we want to put into our publication? Think about that. Let me know. Control stuff. I look forward to reading your answers.